I beat him like 17 points to 3. Yeah, so I'm assuming they probably gonna wind up moving me up. Yeah, but just trying to get better. I've been going to play a little bit in the evening since the little one had been getting out of school at 4:45. I have been going to practice before an hour in the process of waiting to go pick him up. Yeah. Yeah, I go to Shamrock, right on Carrollton and Tulane. Carrollton and Tulane.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium.
Yeah, exactly. So I go right there and practice for about an hour. And get my game up. Get ready.
Out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Buffalo Bills.
Well, you pay for the table about an hour. Yeah. You pay for the table about an hour, so I go give me a little drink, and just get a few hit the balls, a little practice, man.
Is back in your living room,
and I'm excited. I know you are as well.
Man,
the
I ain't
summer
going to
heat
cold,
feels
man.
good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting out pads. We don't have to be
Don't you drink
heat, running into other people.
Don't you drink
but I'm glad these guys are. Football is
taking about the world.
Well, I only have one.
Just a little pass there. Call it to 26.
I only have one. So let me check with my uncle call. I'm gonna call you right back. All right, Doc.
And to me, he's one of the two most difficult guys
hey, what's up, Uncle?
game plan for in the NFL, and I am Patrick Mahomes.
Oh no, what's going on, man?
But just about every team we talk to getting ready for Lamar Jackson says the exact same thing. We've got to slow him down running the football. Yet no one's been able to really do it consistently. Now, the most impressive thing about his game
you ain't got nothing on. I know that's a tell. I know you got something.
His team believes in him.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Lord Jesus.
Often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early.
Hey, look, see, I'm in need of something too. See, Denise Cowan out.
For Gus Edwards. And he is met in his tracks.
You heard what I just said? I said Denise Cowan out.
People talk about plays being blown up. That's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Her car is 2016. But yeah, we had to get it towed last night. Cause she almost the brakes and everything went out, like she couldn't even stop the car. It just happened to cut off and coast on down the Danziger Bridge.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man.
But so yeah, we was hoping to find out what was going on with the car today, but they hadn't told us nothing yet. I'm assuming it probably won't be until Monday. Yeah, well, they was open today. They was open till I think till 6 o'clock. 5, I think.
But a guy of his size can't
Yeah.
really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first.
And that's probably what they did too, huh?
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
Hey, look, we got to get something come next week because she ain't going to have no transportation.
Vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They
2 years?
really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss,
2 years.
Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And we're at the 41.
No, we got to extend the warranty on it. It's got to extend.
From the shotgun. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll go down.
Yeah, because it was a 4 year. I think they said we thought it had they told us in Infinity to say 4 years or 60,000 miles. So it's been 4 years. But we had the extended warranty with CarMax when we bought it. Another additional 150,000 miles. So
It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard.
He
Stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy
I don't know. What kind of tequila you want? I'm about to get up and go take a ride to the little base right there and see if they still open right quick then.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Well, the Bills make their way out, led by their third-year quarterback from Wyoming at 24 years of age. It's Josh Allen. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40, past the 20, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Okay. Bye, T. Love you too. Bye.
83 yards, and the Bills have taken the early lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming.
Where you at? Because I know you got your black ass back on
here. But they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole.
Where you
at?
Off
he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
And it's 7-0 Buffalo. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Taron Johnson brought him down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. That's into the hands of Edwards. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. To return is Roberts. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Devin Singletary.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. He was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Complete to Devin Singletary. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. And he is going to have a Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. First down, they stay with Moss on the ground. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. He was a 3rd-round pick, not rounds 1 or 2, but this franchise, they think he can be something with time.
There were a few teams that thought he would go in the first round, late in the first round. He ends up sliding to the 3rd. So a lot of teams think now maybe this group got a steal. They've got a chance to have a really good player here if he can develop.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup. What I enjoyed most about watching Devin Singletary as a rookie, and he had a nice campaign, 775 yards on the ground and a rushing average in the top 5 in the league last year, is that what I saw in college transferred to the NFL. Continued to make the first tackler miss, whether he's in the hole or on the perimeter. I expect him to get to 1,000 yards rushing this season.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. And now they'll throw with Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, they tried to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Got into an argument. I guess they started shooting or whatever. And the 3-year-old got shot.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
On the stop. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bills 7, Ravens nothing.
First carry here for Taiwan Jones. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here. That pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Barkley. Roberts with it over the middle. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Started to throw it right there. I see that tied in there. The computer could have went there. Through here. Right here.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. This a 33-yard attempt.
33-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
10. Ravens, nothing.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's going to go down. But a penalty flag down as well, and if this is offsides, it's going to be a first. What's the deal, y'all? And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him offsides. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Vernon Butler.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Huntley. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Lee Smith.
10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
And the Bills first
Well,
down.
sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll run on first down with Moss. Malik Harrison on the tackle.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And he rifles one incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis. And that takes us from second to third down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
On third down, Barkley. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good decision in the end. The pull it and run gets him 9 yards and a first. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 3 yards to gain there, second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He's going to find his receiver, Chris Moore. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So where is this guy covering him?
show you. That's wild. Fuck. Let's see.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun, Huntley. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, Huntley. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Operating from the gun, Huntley. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
To throw on 2nd down, Huntley. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin there to make the grab. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Justin Tucker.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over at 1st and 10.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the 2nd quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So, kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game is not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. But, oh, yeah, that's right, winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase your game or get yourself right. Just make sure you continue to lead your ball club and keep them moving in the right direction.
Yeah, they've got that lead so far. 1 interception for him, no touchdown passes. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, Barkley looking downfield for Jones. And got his man complete. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
It's good to make it 17-7. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. 3 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started less than 1 month from tonight. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A run by Moss to start the third quarter. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll try and run for this with Moss. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
on first down. Moss. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
now Barkley.
At the 45-yard line.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Operating from the gun, Barkley. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Intended for Lee Smith.
So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Butler on the stop.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on second down. Huntley. That one's complete to Tomlinson.
Huntley's pass.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Well, with him trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold on a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there.
Oh, what's up, bro?
So
yeah, I'm cool as shit. Getting at the house right now.
At the 44-yard line.
That's about it.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
No.
9 yards on the first down. Keeper
No,
at
not yet.
2nd and 1. So he is
Something looks like we'll probably find out come Monday.
I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in.
Well, hopefully it shouldn't take your shit long like it taking mine.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better.
You didn't think it was going to be that much, huh?
I won't be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Right.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Huntley, and he's got his target. That's Moore. And he will have a Ravens first down and comfortably so.
Yeah, you definitely need the horn because you can't pass no inspection or nothing. You need the damn horn.
To see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah.
They'll run here with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Ball carrier. The tackle made at the 24-yard line.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun. Huntley. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
That ain't everything, right? That's what I'm saying. They ain't everything. Shit, it's just the horn. So what about the lift gate? How much that's gonna cost?
Here's Huntley. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bills have recovered.
Trent Murphy. Matt Barkley.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Buffalo's set to get the football back here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Moss, and this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The white truck, wow.
They'll go again here with Moss. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll run with Moss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside.
That's the oil light?
Perimeter, you're in peril.
The oil light?
Saw the result, negative yardage.
Oh, shit.
Second and 11. Off play action. Barkley. He'll find Gabriel Davis. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down, Bill.
You come over and mess on me some. Shit. Right. What did you come messing with me for, dog? Let here. I had to take him to the vet this morning. That's a $215 vet bill.
Now a run with Moss. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to
Go
the
ahead, here.
9-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Right back to Moss. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Third down,
All right,
is a
fine.
run by Moss. And
Later.
boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven.
It's
there on the
preseason, so
field.
we're taking our fourth and
Definitely
inches.
the
We're going for
last
the
thing you
fourth
want to
down.
see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
Look at that.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bills will extend their lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And this showing really not a good one on either side of the ball, but still 3 more preseason games to follow and a lot to play for here for the guys on the field now as they're hoping to secure that roster spot. On first down, Huntley. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Back to the air on second down. Huntley. And he comes back with one complete. A timeout here as we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. The Ravens on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. From the gun, Huntley. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
On 1st and 10, Huntley, and they take him down. The Bills get to him. Vernon Butler gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The throw there finding its way to Boyle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Operating from the gun. Huntley now a loose
There you go.
football.
That's
The
for
ball
his kick,
comes
baby.
out.
That's for his kick. We finally got one.
There
That's
he
for his
goes
kick.
left side.
That's for
And
his
this is
kick,
going to
baby.
be brought back for a Bills touchdown.
39. Touchdown, Buffalo.
The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
And his kick is good. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
Sorry, dude. Oh, sorry, dude.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
McSorley's back.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, four in the game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Three yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. A carry here for the big tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Going with Moss on the ground. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll keep it on the ground. Moss, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Bills on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Moss, and he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first, this from 41. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner. Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Third down, they're going to throw for it with McSorley. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it, and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Here's McSorley to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. McSorley throwing left side here, and it's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. McSorley from the shotgun. And this is going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
You can still beat that ass back in the game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moss, and forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He was brought down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On 2nd down, here's a run with Moss.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. 1st down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moss, and he is going to have a Bills 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were.
I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You can run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah. More action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
I don't be with him, he's so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'm a slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the goal.